Sometimes a parent starts sharing emotional burdens that a child was never meant to carry. They talk to the child about adult problems. They lean on the child for comfort. And over time, the child begins feeling responsible for helping the adult feel better. Now the child is no longer receiving emotional support. They are starting to provide it. When children grow up around emotional instability, they may begin learning that their role is to absorb other people's feelings. They start listening carefully. They start worrying about how the adult is doing. They start putting someone else's emotional needs ahead of their own. This is often when children start becoming emotionally responsible in ways that do not match their age. The child may begin feeling guilty when the adult is upset. They may feel pressure to say the right thing. They may feel responsible for keeping the adult emotionally steady. This is often the pattern behind the title. The child begins becoming emotional support instead of receiving emotional support. The body may even start feeling tense when the adult seems distressed. Not because the child caused the distress, but because the environment keeps teaching the same emotional lesson. Other people's feelings are becoming my responsibility. If this happens once, it may simply be a difficult moment. But when it repeats, children can begin adapting around the pattern. Some people describe this as a narcissistic family pattern when it happens repeatedly. Not because of one difficult moment, but because the emotional structure keeps assigning the child an adult role. What this often does is teach the child to focus on other people's emotional needs before their own. The environment starts shaping emotional behavior around caretaking rather than self-expression. For the child, this can begin to feel safer, but it can also create emotional confusion. The child may stop asking, "What do I need?" and start asking, "What does everyone else need?" Many adults still carry this emotional pattern without realizing it. They may become the person who always listens, the person who always helps, or the person who feels responsible for everyone's emotional well-being. In healthy homes, children do not have to become emotional support systems in order to feel emotionally safe. Emotional safety allows children to receive support. Emotional confusion teaches them to provide it before they are ready. What felt confusing may have actually been emotional adaptation. The child was not learning how to care for themselves first. They were learning how to care for the emotional environment around them. Your emotional reactions may make more sense than you realized. Recognizing the pattern helps separate what you learned from who you are. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what's happening and trust yourself again. And when children adapt this way over time, another pattern often begins to form. In the next video, we're going to explain why children become careful about what they say and how that pattern can shape emotional behavior over time. Click here to watch.